Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. All right. I got a couple of things to do, but we got the jewelry to do. But overall, the max magic is going to come down due to the jewelry, but that's fine. Max health's pretty much set. Spell crit, check this out. 42, right? Except when I drink my pot. We go in 70% even. Oh, yeah, by the way. Currently 6,500 spell damage. That's going to go up. 6,000 without the weapon enchantment. Poor meta. Poor meta. I was able to drop the 1% by going with the 511 configuration because I didn't want to drop down the critical value too much because of the light armor passive. But even 70%. And what do I say? I never like to go over 70. Ever. Why? Because my spell damage goes down. I do not like to put all my eggs in one basket. It's been a long time coming. You know what really irritates me is people calling themselves min-maxers and yet they ignore the math. They ignore diminishing returns, they ignore fundamentals, and they have the audacity to say this is best in slot when they didn't know what the fuck they were ever talking about when it came to numbers. I told y'all I was going to come up with some shit that was going to get real. I love it because like people are like, oh, Mystic Raven don't know how to build anything. I'm like, y'all is fucking high. Y'all have been stoned from the get. A lot of the shit that you do, you learned from me. And then I leave and you ignore it. That's very sacrilegious, man. If you're if you're a person that sticks to the math. It's a lot of audacity, actually. But, yeah, I pretty much have decided the layout. It's currently what I'm got going on. This will be pot dependent, but to maximize all the effects for this current configuration and build, we went there. So, yeah. I got to get more sky shards, more skill points, and all this stuff. I got to farm up more transmutation tomorrow and Sunday. I'm hoping to have it finalized by Monday afternoon and delivered by Tuesday. So, yeah. I've been very whatever with the metas. Who, like I said, I'm not ragging on builds, whatever gets you through content. But don't fucking say, oh, we're min-maxers, we're this, we're that. Obviously, you're fucking not. You're fucking not. Put all your eggs in one basket and don't break down. I don't care how you configure. There are certain numbers you're looking out for, right? Penetration, is apparent.
Let's ride.
Depending, but honestly, I've been like I leave and like I said, some dumb shit went down in this game. Dumb shit again. And I'm like, what the flying fuck is this community on? What the fuck? You just want to teach people good habits, man. Like, good fundamentals. And that's the one thing, man. If you can teach people good fundamentals, they'll carry that with them. They will take that with them.
It's sure
Why
of a
did I
month by
demount?
now.
What the flip, yo? But yeah. Totally, totally whatever. Actually, I need to go up. I can grab that sky shard. That's why we're here. Unlocking more shit. Anyhow. I hope everybody enjoys it. It's like I said, it's kind of like the same thing with the Mage Blade. When I saw the 71% even, I was like, 1% over. We made the adjustment. We were able to get more DPS. For everything across the board. That's what I like to see. I like to see those scale factors put in. So we have a nice, strong foundation and we can scale even higher. I don't want to fight this boss. Waste time. Oh, dude. You're going to kill me. Because I do not have crit surge on this build. And I cannot afford to engage without my crit surge. Could slap on the pet, but like I said, I'm just here getting sky shards. If I have my crit surge on, I'd do it. But I don't. I have the other one, the heal one. Because I play a sword healer. Which I gotta save all these templates and stuff. Speaking of, that's my heal build, and this is my DPS. Alright. Got that saved. Crit Surge does come in handy if you're, out soloing. If you were going to utilize this build soloing, I'd recommend taking out the degen and putting in the Crit Surge. Because those self-sustaining heals along with the dark magic will come in handy a lot. But I run a healer, so I don't have that morph. I have the other one for healing. Like I said, I've never been opposed to like a crit per se, so I don't want people thinking I'm anti-crit. thing about it is, like I said, crit chance doesn't have a diminishing return. Your modifier, when you stack critical value, takes a hit. That has a diminishing return. The more you defer from base damage, the least amount of critical output you deal. And that has been my problem with any, and I will repeat this, with any fucking content creator who never fucking disclose that information. Depending on other sources for your damage modifiers without disclosing it was a big fat no. Shame, fucking shame.
Let's not get separated.
You should fucking bow your fucking head in shame. That is bullshit. Playing on people's stupidity when you probably knew better was bullshit. And if you didn't know better, why in the fuck are you a content creator? One thing I'm having to get used to is when I'm procking everything up, I just need to proc for the frag, so heads up. Got it.
Set it ablaze!
It's easier to see when you're not. Okay, yeah. Through the hood.
Armigers.
We're still working on getting all the heavy passives unlocked, and we got to get the Sijic and stuff, so.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
All right, we're on it. You know, the thing about it is like I said, I mean, I don't mind anybody providing any form of content in this game. I just really, really get on my nerves when people say min-max, and then they don't disclose information to their viewers, and it's like, you know, are you trying to keep them dumb, or what? Are you trying to, what the fuck are you doing? That becomes my question. That becomes my question, my concern in every capacity. Because I try to, you know, we try to have discussions here. We try to keep, you know, certain things, you know, relevant. And like I've always said, you can't build every class the same. You can't. You can't. You know? You honestly cannot do that. You can have similar configurations and setup, but if you put them all in the same basket, right, and you're not aware of those passives and what that class and how that class operates, you're fucking hosing. And then, of course, you're going to say, this is better, that's better, this is better, that's better. And to me, in my perspective, I look at it from this situation. Why did you build it that way? What were you going after? And whatever you decide to do, okay, cool, whatever. But do you know why you did it that way? And do you disclose that information? That's the question. Because once again, I reintegrate what you might be going into a trial scenario versus a 4-man, right, is going to be completely different how it functions. Right? That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. Right? So I don't use Too Bloodthirsty. I never go there. I utilize 1. Why? Because 4-mans, 80% of the time, I'm losing extra spell damage. Right? I am. Or Max Magicka, or something else. Depends on the scaling of that class and its passives. Once again, I can't build a Templar the same way I build a Sork. Why? Because my finisher scales Max Magicka. Right? I still need spell damage, but I can't afford to drop all of my other scale factors.
37. Ah, damn it. 38.
And I'm not opposed to people rocking dual wield. I use dual wield on my Nightblade and my Sork forever, back in the day. But, you know, the thing about it was, people are going to be like, well, you can get extra crit and stuff. Yeah, of course you can. But, you know, after a certain value, you're better off going with like something like axes or staffs or something. It depends, because once again, there's, you know, always going to be a diminishing value somewhere. This one is up above, so I have to wrap around. I think, isn't there a way to get up there from here, though? I wanted to say, is it that way? I don't know. I think that's a way up.
You lead. Would it kill them to run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that.
Like, I think a lot of people forget, like, you know, when we take a look at Sorks here, the expert mage gives you a scale factor. So when I do a bar swap, I got 8% on my single target, which is considerable. And then I got 6% on the back bar, right? But when we take a look at the Mages Guild, now keep in mind, I'm getting an 8% max Magicka scale on Bound Aegis, so I'm not going to use it a light. That's why I'm going to be pot dependent. But another factor of it is in Mages Guild, we're going to get another scale factor for max Magicka by 2%, and then the Undaunted by 6%. That's significant towards scaling, right? But we have a 10.5 to 1, so when we scale percentage to spell damage based on ability slotted, by, you know, having a base value of spell damage, we do more significant damage on scale factor, but we don't want to ignore the scale factor to the max Magicka pool either, because that's a contributing factor. So it's kind of interesting. It's very, 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 very interesting how these compounding factors get ignored for what? A critical modifier, right? That has a diminishing return due to what? Its sources. Because when you use a precise value, right, there's only one flat value in weapon trait, and that's sharpen, right? Everything else is percentage modifier, right? Except I think also defending. But every other majority of your other trait values and weapon are percentage based. So when you take a base modifier and you scale to percentage, to the percentage value, that's where the diminishing return lies. And I have a real bad fucking problem with idiots, and I will say the fucking word idiots, who ignore the factors, man. What the fuck, yo? This game, I swear to God. And everybody's like, oh, what's Mystic's problem? What's Mystic's problem? Idiots. I wanted to show that hit, but oh well.
They're coming for us.
Never cease to amaze me, man. And if you're gonna educate people, if you're gonna be, you know, a content creator, educate them on what you're doing with the build, why you're going there, right? That's something I've always been proud of. I've been always proud to say why I did something the way I did it, and what was the reason behind it. Yeah, I'm not going to burn all my pots either. Speaking of, I better put that on because I don't want to burn them. Those are expensive to make. I mean, you know, you would honestly think by now, people would know better. But they don't. I've said, man, anytime you go over a certain value, you're taking a big, fat, fucking L. And that's what you are. You're taking a big, fat L. I don't know why, you know what I'm saying, people just don't, you know, I mean, it's not anything wrong with the build, not saying that. I'm saying to fine tune it, to get the most out of it. You like 7 divine. 7 fucking divine. After all this years, we got morons still preaching 7 fucking divine. After all these years. Why? Why do I go 1 infused or 2 infused or whatever I'm doing? It's a way based on what? My percentage modifier. I have an even 70% critical value. Based on my scale factor to my max magicka, I'm going to get more for 1 infused. I'm not that point something percent isn't going to outscale my max pool. Why? Because of what I just showed. The resource value percentage modifiers. So why doesn't Mystic go 7 divine? Why? Because of the percentage modifiers.
Damn, another dead soldier.
And that's why I'm trying, where I feel like a lot of people fail to educate people. I have never went 7 divine in this game. I don't think I have. I have never been able to justify it. Not fucking uno. Not once have I ever found any fucking build that optimizes with 7 fucking divine. Even theirs. I've always said, put 1 infused on. See what happens. I've made that recommendation to my viewers who use their builds. I didn't even say trash the build. I said, try to put 1 infused on. And everybody's like, dude, I'm dealing more damage. Well, yeah, you are. Depends on the class and stuff. Stam, you know, the weapon damage scale factor is a little different. But like Stam Sork, if you're using the other morph of this, that stamina scale is factored. It's a factor. And that's why a lot of times I have very little respect. I think they're talented players. I say that. I keep going over that. I think their builds work. So if it works, whatever. But if you're going to say we min max, I'm going to say you're full of fucking shit. You're full of fucking shit, dog. You're full of... What the fuck? Get off this thistle, y'all. These branches or some shit. You're full of shit, dog. If you, once again, man, anytime, if you know, when somebody wants to troll me, I'll go to their shit, I'll check it out. As soon as I see 7 divine, I'll be honest, I laugh. I laugh at them. Oh, we know the numbers. Obviously, you never did. If you roll 7 fucking divine ever, I'll fucking get to rag on you for the day that you fucking die. Because you didn't min-max shit. Your build's okay. Your build's fine. You know, it'll work. It works. Yeah, it's going to push out pretty good numbers. Is it optimal? Is it min-max? No. No.
The Chilwyn depths. They aren't safe.
Little intricate numbers. The law of diminishing return cannot be ignored. You don't get to ignore it. This one's in a cave. Yep. Right there, right? No, it's close. Hold on. Where in the hell are you? Oh, it's down there a little bit more. Right there. Constitution's really good too for heavy attacks and restore. But revitalization on heavy attack is really good too. So just a heads up. You gotta get that concentrated barrier unlocked. Spell orbs I unlock for option. Because, like, say if you didn't want to use the spammable.
Get back, you fetcher!
Let's say you didn't want to use Force Pulse. You could go with the other spammable from the Sigil Order elemental weapon. But, you know, it has a different feel. I'm getting used to it on my Mage Blade. but it deals magic damage. For a build like this, it would, whatever. I like Force Pulse though on a mage a little bit better because of the shock damage, right? So, due to those passives. So I'm not going to go with Elemental Weapon, though you could, because you would also get the shield. But I'll get a shield on the back bar with the other, with Race Against Time.
Off we go.
Like I said, I just think that there are really good content creators out there, so I'm not ragging on content creators per se. I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, like, why aren't they educating their viewers? You know? It'll come back to bite you in the ass. Sooner or later. You can avoid telling people for so long, but sooner or later someone's going to ask the question, hey, does this have a diminishing return? Where's it at? And how is this build affecting base damage to crit output? And where am I deriving my source of base damage from? If somebody was to ask any of these content creators that, majority of them would have to answer truthfully or sit there like the dumb shits that some of them actually are. I thought there was two there for some reason. Okay. You have been weighed. You have been judged. And you have been found wanting. Trust me. Trust me. It should be, you've been weighed, you've been measured, you have been judged, and you have been found wanting. Knight's Tale. I'm honest, man, this is just some crazy shit. And then these trolls, these metas come in trolling me when, you know, I'm the one that debunked all that bullshit to begin with. The audacity.
What are simple folks supposed to do against such evil?
What the fuck, yo? What's in my way?
Something's not right here. Be ready for a fight.
Well, yeah, but I don't think it can heal me, whatever. And being the only one on this without a fucking crit surge would suck nuts. If I had a crit surge, I'd just go balling in there. Boom, on my stamp sork I do. My stamp sork I got crit rush, or crit surge, and that's what I do. I go balling. I'm like, yo, what's up? I gotta change one thing on him since this update too. Only one thing, that's not too bad. I wish they would have done in Blackwood what they have here. Every so often you see creatures, kind of Roman trolls, whatever, orcs, whatever. I wish they would have done that a little bit more in Blackwood. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I felt like that was, you know, one little element that makes Blackwood feel a little like desolate. It's beautiful, but to me it feels a little desolate. You know? If they wanted to make it like a little more barren, maybe they could have put a little bit more quest providers or whatever or something randomized throughout the world. You know, I feel like that's one of these elements that we don't get with the game in comparison to its, you know, counterparts. Because if we're roaming around, we want some weird encounter or something that's throws you off, element of surprise type shit. And you know, world bosses are cool, public dungeons are cool, delves are cool, but finding missions at the same location that we're accustomed to gets a little monotonous. It's little things like that that you're just kind of like, you know, come on, man, throw us, you know, throw a little suspense in there, throw us a little, you know, and tie that into, you know, like here, what's these events, how do they lead up to what's going to happen in Skyrim? You know, same thing with Blackwood. How does those events, you know, lead up to Oblivion? Morrowind was done great, in my opinion. A lot of lore, a lot of, you know, Easter eggs. It ties in to the Nerevari, the Nerevan. So I thought they did really good job on that. Somerset, you know, I think kind of set the pace for the same expectations. Somerset's really good, but once again, you know, whatever. And then elsewhere we had the Dragon Curveball, but once again, you know, switch it up a little bit. So, anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. Get ready, it's coming. Omega. I'm Mr. Craven. This is Mystics MMOs. Have a good day.